Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, seekers of justice, my good people, and all who believe in the freedom and well-being of mankind, who stands for the truth, I greet you all of you who are residing in Nigeria or who citizens of Nigeria who are enforced into this enclave, who are sharing the citizenship of this enclave. I greet you in as much as you stand in the truth, you are standing in the right path, in the light, in the path of light, in the light of fairness, equity. I greet you, it shall be well with you. This is the promise from Ekekerowa. Chuku, it shall be well with you. And today, I will want to start by showing you some comedy videos that have been circulating all over the internet today. And different comedy videos, the one that is about INEC, the one that is about selling Nigeria, and a lot of them. And I will play them briefly, then from there we'll start. So you watch this one, you watch.
Hello, Diamond, how you doing?
I'm great, my brother. I called you before, but you weren't picking.
I wasn't here.
My brother, a country is up for sale. A country is on bonanza.
For real?
The last person that bought this country, Oga,
You know, man.
bought at the rate of $170 million.
170 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know you're interested in business.
All right.
You like buying things, Oga.
Okay.
With $1 billion, Oga, you can buy this country. INEC will give it to you.
What's either?
INEC is the people who are in charge of selling countries.
Oh,
Yes. And they are in charge of this one now.
really?
The last person that bought, like I told you, bought at the rate of 170 million.
All right.
You will buy it and also buy some elders of the country. I want you to buy them. Their hands are shaking, their legs are shaking.
That's slavery. I don't want that. I'm just interested in the country.
It's not slavery, Oga. You need to buy these elders out of this country. You need to do everything fast to buy this country. Because the real owners are coming to take it. The real owners are angry.
Who's the real owner?
Continue. You want to know the real owners? Let's forget about them. They are coming with full force. I want you to buy it now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. Just get me the papers of the document of the country, set it up. I'll look into it.
Elon Musk, because the people in charge now, they are ready to sell it. As I'm talking to you, the person that just bought it is on fire.
Now president now photo now.
He's on fire. The country, they hot him.
The president now.
Check. What are the stable?
I can give $1 billion.
You bought Twitter for how much?
I bought Twitter $44 billion from Jack.
Okay, this one here, you don't need to spend such money. With $1 billion, you can buy this country. It's on promo. A country is on promo, okay?
All right, that's great. For $1 billion, really?
In 24 hours, I will get you the whole document. All I need to do, if you give me $1 billion, I give the INEC man
Photo.
$500 million. Okay, the man can give me every paper I need. He can sign the paper.
All right, just get the document started out.
All right.
I'll look into it and I make the payment. We'll talk about more about this. You know, I trust you.
It's all right.
You're a really good person.
Elon Musk, by sequence, by Bobiswa, by Kunku, by Siaga. On action, okay? One leg on action. Going gone. I'll talk to you later, okay? All right? I'll forward you every document you need.
All right.
All right, take care of yourself. Mugu. Ndaka for na jijiji. I want to sell a country. A country for $170 million. Now, can I make a business? Can I confirm? Now, let's do business. Elon Musk. Now the business. Can I make a
Apologize. I'm continuing.
The country Abancha. By sequence, by Bobiswa, by Gunkum, by Isiaja. On action, Oga, one left.
You can see that. Okay, now you see the next one about INEC. You watch this.
Give me 500 naira recharge card, I beg.
500 naira recharge card.
We must learn a lesson.
You.
Photo. Not be juju.
Bro, stop now. Which of your 100 naira? My money now 500 naira.
What's in the right for here?
500.
Give me pen, give me pen. Give me pen.
For what? Is it for Eba? Is it for Gary?
What
Is it for peace?
Jesus. What's in the right for here now?
100 naira.
This man!
Just I beg, give me my money. Which kind of rubbish be this?
You need a fair face. You need to see my bag. What's in the right for that place?
INEC.
As the INEC official. If you get problem with me, go for.
Research you!
Okay. You can see that. Now, you will understand with these brief videos, you will see that Nigeria is really a joke. Nigeria is really a joke. You know, when people do this, nobody takes it serious, but this is what it is. Now, starting from all the, let's even start from this current government. These things have been happening in different governments, but this is something that is fresh to your memory. You could remember that it was in this government that we experienced this. How Monkey took about 70 million naira. This is it. In this very government, in this country, Monkey took money allocated for a project. Monkey took it. You heard that. It's in this very government you heard Snake swallowed about 36 million naira meant for JAMB projects. You have seen it. Snake swallowed this money. Okay, it is in this very government that you saw Senator Omwagege led talks into the government house. Now the Senate, the mess, the staff of relevance of the legislature of the Senate was carted away. The National Assembly was overtaken by criminals in a broad daylight. The National Assembly, they beat all the security details and nothing happened to them. They went freely. It is in this government that a senator was falling down from a van. A serving senator.
Guys, want to give you water, please?
Don't be pushing this.
Be careful because take it easy.
Don't give me any water.
Don't Chief, don't do this. Water so that
My brother should be there as well.
come. We need some. When the cattle like I don't know.
See, come. They didn't bank a call.
Hey, please hold it, I beg.
Maybe by the time the robber finish, the citizen now this time. Wait on my brother.
What kind of wahala is this? Where is the mat one first? Take.
Give me one.
I hear the weird sound. Yeah, this one is cool.
It is in this government that a sitting governor was beaten black and blue on the eve of Ekiti State. This same government. It is in this same government that you heard rat sent the president packing, so he had to go and stay more 3 months in overseas in UK for medical treatment. Rats sacked him from office in this same government, in this same country, in this same state. It is in this same government that, in fact, you know, I will continue, but let me not. A lot of people who call themselves Christians, but they are not. They are just mere churchgoers. It is in this same government that they were watching every manner of evil keep going on. None of them ever questioned it. But whenever it will affect their tithe, it will affect their church, it will affect their income, that money they deceive people. Because if I go into this, we will have to stay too long. I mean, biblical backing. What these people do, I am telling you, heaven bear me witness, this is not practice of Christianity. I have always said this. They kept quiet for all this to happen. And it has always happened. They are comfortable. They are not perturbed. They are not disturbed. And it is only when it affects them, when it affects their pulse, they cry. When it means that they will no more benefit from it, it becomes an evil that must be tackled immediately. So when it is not affecting them, it is not a problem. So when they envisage it to be a problem to them, they are earning. They tackle it. It becomes a national problem. It becomes a public problem. So it becomes a social threat. Now, it must be stated clearly. It must be stated clearly that in this government, a lot of evil kept happening. Now, let me shock you. In 2021, in 2022, your government went out to borrow. They borrow huge sum of money, and at the end of the day, they will now send this money out again to people all over the world. To send people whom they feel should be benefiting from it. They will send this money out to them. And you think that everybody should be comfortable with it. Now, they will go and borrow money. In 2022, they went to acquire loans. Now, this same loan, they used it to go and patronize their Islamic brothers in Niger Republic. I think that should be August, around 3rd August. Now, the federal government had to use about 1.4 billion, 1.4 to acquire utility vehicles for Niger Republic government. They said it was in the interest of a Nigerian state. Look at it here. You see for yourself. So we're not making it up. In 2023 again, your same Nigerian state went to acquire loans. They acquired loan. They now use this loan to they sent to Turkey. They are their biggest patronizer of Turkey. They send money to Turkey. How much are we talking about? Yet the ASU went on strike for over 6 months. How much was that asking for? We don't have enough money to pay worker salaries. They are acquiring this kind of loans. They are not even building on how to create jobs. They are not working on how to offset their already acquired loans. They are acquiring more loans just to keep the people eternally indebted. And they will share this money among themselves and keep expanding their political frontiers to the detriment of the ordinary man. Now, you saw what happened in 2018. I think it was 2018 when Amechi was summoned by the National Assembly. Nigeria have no railroad, no railways. Nigerian government had to go and acquire loan and build railway from Katsina to Niger Republic. Yet we don't have one here. If you remember, was it 2022? What month was it? June or April? When there was a prison break in Abuja. I mean, the Capital Territory prison, the correctional facility was broken. And a lot of inmates were set free by that. And at the end of the day, the security told you, the government told you that 350 of 450 was apprehended. The other ones are still at large. Until today. This is a way of settling some of their talks who happen to be victims, who happen to be prisoners. Now, they were released ahead of the 2023 elections. You were not crying. But when it is an issue that affects your churches and affects your tithe, all of you pastors will begin to raise alarm. Hey, it must be one Nigeria. It must be one Nigeria. Hey, this is the only country we have. And you begin to become all the nationalists, all the patriotic citizens. You will do all that because you are targeting and protecting your tithe. But the truth is, everybody will benefit from this evil. If you were look at a pastor like you, this is a man of God and who have to be a political activist too. Look at him in America.
Black men died in North Africa fighting the Germans. Black men died at Anzio Beach, at Palermo, at Naples, to free Rome, to free Paris, to free Europe. Damn it! Yeah. We died to build America. And America has rebuilt Germany and Japan, and the nigger is still suffering and dying in the streets of America.
He's championing the cause of the ordinary man in sincerity. Look at him. But all of you, it is only how and what will favor your pulse. How you will be rated as one of the richest men in the country. How you will be rated as in the Forbes. How you be called one of the richest pastors in the world. What affects the ordinary man never bothers you until it affects you. Tell me why a pastor should be acquiring 3 private jets at a time, and the church people will be languishing in poverty. In what Bible did you get that? Did Jesus Christ not tell you when he was going to pray in Mount Olivet, when he sent disciples to go and get him an ass, the horse, the little horse? He said the Son of Man has no head, no place to rest his head. Neither has he a horse to go. But he ordered the disciple, when the master asks you, tell them it is your master. After using it, he will return it. He told you that he didn't have these things. But all of we're not talking about your fleet of cars. We're not talking about your private jets. This is the ordinary woman who is selling cashew nut, selling cassava by the market. You keep asking them. When any of them maybe have an issue of loss, maybe burial, if they are not good tithers, you will not bury them. You will not go for their funeral service. Is that not a height of Satanism? Is that not a height of Satanism? What Bible are you practicing? Was it not the early Christians who were giving? Was it not the early Christians who were gathering food, taking care of the deacons, taking care of the early Christians? Why have you people become too evil? In a comic environment like this, a man sacrificed his convenience, calling for the same thing your colleague was calling for in America, defending the black Americans, the blacks. But your own is that you will only defend one Nigeria because you want to defend your pipe, your oil well. You want to continue to maintain the wealth of public wealth indirectly, because some of you pastors are worse than the political elite, the politicians. You are more dangerous than the political elites. You are too selfish. You are too selfish. You are too selfish. You are satanic. Oh, it is obedient because you have found out that the masses loved this man. The masses want the obi, so you want to ride on the horse on the back of the horse to maintain the oil flowing from your own Canaan land. You did not raise alarm When the monkey was stealing, you did not raise alarm. When they will want to audit a public officer's account, when they will set ablaze it, you will not raise alarm. They will burn office because they want to probe somebody, you will not raise alarm. They will do all the kind of evil. What is the justification that you are defending or protecting, calling for a good Nigeria by in throwing in Obi, supporting Obi, and you did not call for a protest, you did not condemn the activities of a president there was a prison break, there was a security problem, threat in your land. You were going to Dhaka to host a World Bank, to join in World Bank Security Summit. You are going to speak in World Bank Security Summit and what do you call COVID-19 and other environmental related challenges. In your own environment, there was no safety, no protection, no security. You want to go and deliver a keynote on security. You did not talk. You are a pastor. And if I say you are a pastor, Arwana, you will say I am condemning a Christian cause. But that's not true. Whereas I am the real Christian here. We are the real Christian here. Because you patronize lies. Oh yes, I am the real Christian here. I am the real Christian here. You patronize lies. How come you are floating all these private jets and you have members who can, you are building universities, your members cannot access them? Why? I don't know. Which Jesus? Which Christianity? What is Christianity in the first place? What is Christianity? Is it not a life patterned after Christ? So, are you people really Christians? Why are you busy? What they will always point to is that end time church, that it will need so much money to run. Okay. Christianity, that is the ark, the real ark of our pursuance, is totally defeated. If unless you can define Christianity to be an opposite of what I just gave, which is a life pattern after Christ. Where did you see Christ doing all these things you are doing? Politician, the one you call can, they are just looking for opportunity how to have a sitting with the president so that they will go with their lofty envelopes. They want to go with fat envelopes. What are you people practicing for Christ's sake? You want to run Nigeria, obedient. They are all defacing the social media because they are protecting, they are championing Obi's cause. Hey, this is the only way we get it correct. A better Nigeria, you get it correct. How many of you have come out to lead protests when you saw the injustice against Peter Obi? Oh, when they say, oh, the money, the currency, this one circulation, the old notes should be circulated, and this one, well, some of them will say, hey, even after court have ruled. Oh, so court judgment should be followed. Okay, when the court judgment says Nnamdi Kanu should be freed, that he has not profaned, violated any law known to the Nigerian state and the constitution. It was justice, it was okay. You are a Christian, you are a pastor, and you can protest the injustice against Peter Obi just by talking in your pulpit. You are not in any way raising any dust. What are you? Look at, see people like you, men of God like you. This is men of God like you. This is a man of God like you. Eh? He is talking about the freedom of the black man. He's championing the cause. He's not now talking about Bible, but because he knows that the Bible has come to set mankind free. And the freedom that is required is to have your political freedom, to have your social freedom, which is embedded on you, understanding whom you are, and not seeking for political correctness so that you not fall out of favor of the government and state of the state. Time comes when an Elijah rises, even when there is a Jezebel. Instead, Elijah will speak and run away. And all of you will be talking from your nose, from the both sides of your mouth. The other one will say Nigeria cannot divide, it are born to be together. That I will pray for Nigeria, pray for Nigeria, pray. Praying for Nigeria, an institution, an establishment, a business enterprise instituted by a white man. Other than praying for your freedom. And you tell people you went to school, you were this, you are brain, you are a doctor, you are this. Yeah, you don't know where your problem started. You don't know that there is nothing you can do with those Ndiori, your slave masters. In as much as you are still on their yoke, you are not going anywhere. In as much as their yoke is still on your neck, you are going nowhere. And you don't know that that man you are castigating because you want to protect your dynasty you call church. You want to keep it flourishing. You don't know he has come to even set you free. But when there is this devolvement or dissolution of that state of Nigeria, that you will be free. That wealth you are seeking to acquire using the church, you will not need to do that again. You have an organized state. How many places are you seeing in France, in Italy, in Great Britain, where pastors are looking for a way to rob the masses to survive? Because they have a working system. Everyone is gainfully employed. You will see evil, you will watch, because it's not yet affecting you, you don't talk about it. When it has to affect you, you feel that the same way that Nigeria feel threatened, that the Fulani feel threatened when you talk about the division of Nigeria. That's the way the pastors are. They feel threatened. Oh, if this country divides now, our tithe will be sliced. Maybe the individual states might not allow, this particular state country might not allow us to operate within their premise, within their state, the country. This one. So these are the fears. Maybe what Germany did to Jehovah's Witness, or what Russia did to Jehovah's Witness. Maybe this. They are just afraid of all this. But they forgot that Christianity, which is the faith they claim, they deceive the masses with, that the person they are looking onto have no emphasis on what they are doing. Tell them to show you where Jesus was collecting tithe and offering. Tell them to show you. So what are you following? So when he gets to that side, you will know that Old Testament exists. But when Old Testament doesn't favor you, you go for New Testament. Christianity is a real faith, but your pastors are using it to rob the masses. The same way the white man that brought it, and not really after the bone, the essence of Christianity, they were using it as an instrument of conquering the black man, not just conquering the world. Because it is a faith that allows everyone the liberal opportunity, the rights. It is a faith that allows every man to act according to his own will and conviction. If you are convinced, you walk as your faith can carry. So they abuse the privilege and use it for their political and economic gains. Same way our pastors are doing. That is the gospel truth. So If you hear this very good undiluted word of God from me today as a pastor, you need to change. You just need to change. Maybe God have sent me to talk to you today. Let what matters to you be the freedom, the real freedom. Stop, you're not casting any demon from anybody. The demon, there is no demon greater than the demon constituted the demonization of the state and its actors. People, great talents have been wasted because they are under an enclave called a country. Talents, when they go over there in the world, the Western world, you see them flourishing. They can't come here. Well, do they have the premises? They don't have the social milieu to operate. This was it. Monkey did this. A snake did this. This guy, Bulenvan entered here. Bulenvan entered here. They came to the television to tell you it missed road. You were not agitated. They told you you didn't protest it. Oh, Obi, it was Obi. It must be Obi. Obi. It must be Obi. Of course, it must be Obi. And it must be Obi for lifetime presidency. Must Obi. And Obi will become, we make Anambra have 444 local governments, which will produce more legislative units, constituencies. It will turns out he will balance up by giving Southeast additional 2 states and giving South additional 1 state. Obi will go there and carry out a forensic scrutiny of the anomalies in the constitution and correct them. And who will vote that? With what number? With what unit? That country is a fraud. It has got to come to an end. That will set all of us free. The people in Igede, the people in Idoma, the people in Kanuri, all of us will get freedom. Because we would have broken the shackles of the slave master when we have succeeded in doing this. But no, it's a no-go area for you. You don't want to lose your tithes. I have to be particular with the churches because when I am seeing some of the pastors who mount the podium to use this to a campaign, and when I just watch, may God have mercy on all of us, because all of us will keep feeding from the flame which will beam to the fire. We will keep feeding from it. All of us. All of us. Well, those of you who were castigating Simon Ekpa, who were there condemning Nnamdi Kanu, who were there, it will still get to your turn. Saraki understands what I mean. Saraki understands very well how they thought they were rubbishing Jonathan. How Dino Melaye and his colleagues, how Soyinka and all of them. They are getting a little bit of it. I feel they might get more. Kama doesn't have a short memory. We got their own. I'll be all for now. Bye. As you enjoy this voice note, if it will play.
When we were starting, I prayed to God Almighty in heaven. I was in Jerusalem. And I said, I cannot see anything around me. Do not say to me. He said the time hasn't come. When the time comes, I will send people to you. And the whole world will shake. In the end, mankind will bow. You will go to this war with nothing. But I will prove to you that I'm God. After this, Biafra will worship God forever and ever.
I want IPOB to know tonight that being called a terrorist because you're fighting for your land and your nation is a badge of honor. It means you've arrived. It means the enemy is scared of what you're doing. And it means that you're succeeding at whatever thing that you're doing. Are you following me? If you are in freedom fighting anywhere in the world, and the people you're fighting have not come to refer to you as a terrorist, then that means you're not doing anything. That means you're not threatening the status quo.
What Oba of Lagos said that we are pushing them to the ocean. Most of these markets that are banning in Lagos, look at it, they are Igbo-dominated markets. You get me? In fact, some Yorubas were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that it is we, the Northerners, when we are in charge of Lagos as federal capital, that open room for Igbos to come and dominate them. And it's over now. And it's over. All the businesses Igbos are doing, we are going to bring it and do it. Do you get me? That's why Buhari have to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status. We are going to have a kind of semi-regional system. Lagos is going to have special status. It means nobody again will control Lagos. The indigenes of Lagos are the ones that are going to control Lagos. They can form land policies. Do you get me? They may decide to say, you as a Yoruba man in Lagos, you will pay 5,000 naira per annum for a land as Chename rent. Me as a Hausa man, I will pay 10,000 naira. Igbo man will pay 1 million naira. This is why they are heading for. And I'm telling you, after 4 years, at least not we are liberal, but in the southwest, after 4 years, Igbos can never be useful, relevant again in the southeast. Wait and see. In fact, the plan of APC is that they are going to make alliance of northwest economic development. The west has the ocean. Can you hear me? Yes. The north has agricultural produce. Yes. So what they are going to do, the government is going to develop all the agricultural and mineral resources in the north. And then they will put primary industries here. And then go and export, finally finish them in Lagos or Southwest and export them and bring back the money and share it between the two regions. Let them drink their oil. This is the plan on ground. What Oba of Lagos said that we are pushing them to the ocean. Most of these markets that are banning in Lagos, look at it, they are Igbo-dominated markets. You get me? In fact, some Yorubas were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that it is we, the Northerners, when we are in charge of Lagos as federal capital, that open room for Igbos to come and dominate them. And it's over now. And it's over. All the businesses Igbos are doing, we are going to bring it and do it. Do you get me? That's why Buhari have to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status. We are going to have a kind of semi-regional system. Lagos is going to have special status. It means nobody again will control Lagos. The indigenes of Lagos are the ones that are going to control Lagos. They can form land policies. Do you get me? They may decide to say, you as a Yoruba man in Lagos, you will pay 5,000 naira per annum for a land as Chename rent. Me as a Hausa man, I will pay 10,000 naira. Igbo man will pay 1 million naira. This is why they are heading for. And I'm telling you, after 4 years, at least not we are liberal, but in the southwest, after 4 years, Igbos can never be useful, relevant again in the southeast. Wait and see. In fact, the plan of APC is that they are going to make alliance of northwest economic development. The west has the ocean. Can you hear me? Yes. The north has agricultural produce. Yes. So what they are going to do, the government is going to develop all the agricultural and mineral resources in the north. And then they will put primary industries here. And then go and export, finally finish them in Lagos or Southwest and export them and bring back the money and share it between the two regions. Let them drink their oil. This is the plan on ground.